Merhaba arkadaşlar, hepiniz IEFT Talks webinarlarına hoş geldiniz. Bugün Paris Saint-Germain Akademi Amerika yetkilisi Lena bizlere profesyonel futbol eğitimini anlatıyor olacak. Lütfen sorularınızı questions kısmından sormayı unutmayın. Yes, Lena, the stage is yours now.
Thank you, and thank you for having me today, for giving me the opportunity to introduce you to the new generation of football players in Turkey. Two brand new and premium football institutions designed for international players, just like me, just like you, maybe. So if you're thinking about getting into the top-ranked university in the US, or if you're dreaming of becoming a professional football player, there's a way. There's actually two ways, one in the USA and the other one in Europe. My name is Lena Gill. I'm the Director of Indirect Sales at Strive Football Group, leader in education, in football education since 2014. And today I'm going to introduce you to the Paris Saint-Germain Academy USA Pro Residency, located in Miami, Florida, and the International Center of European Football, located in France by the Swiss border. Let's start with a quick video so you can have a glimpse of what is expecting you if you participate in the one and only PSG Pro Residency Academy program in the world.
Lena, we can see the video. Could you do it again, please?
Sure. Okay. Can you see it now?
Yes, thank you.
Yeah. So as an introduction to this program, I will say that we recruit boys and girls from 11 years old to 18 years old, which is from 6th grade to 12th grade, from all nationalities in the world. The academic program is kicking off in August 2021. It's brand new, and it's the first time ever that the Paris Saint-Germain will develop international players, just like they do in Paris. Our academic year starts in mid-August and ends in mid-June, roughly. For those who wish to experience the center before enrolling, there's no problem. You can enroll. We will open summer camps in July 2022. Yes, our student athletes are involved in over 25 hours of football per week, a minimum of 25 hours of football per week. So at this point, you can wonder what makes the Paris Saint-Germain Academy Pro Residency unique, and I will happily highlight the reasons for you. So number one, we have 100% football development. It means that football is our expertise. It's in our DNA, and Paris Saint-Germain has been developing players for the last 50 years. Other academies in the USA may specialize in tennis, golf, American football, or basketball, but we only do football. Number two, we have unrivaled academic programs. We partner with Florida's #1 boarding school, one of the top private college prep schools in the US. It's called North Broward Preparatory School. Number three, we bring something new to the US as we follow a unique European Football Academy concept. It did not exist before. We replicate exactly the same conditions, staff, programs, and methodology as in the Pro Football Academy in Paris, with the world-class player that you all know, Mbappe, Neymar, and many more. Number four, Our technical staff is certified by PSG, of course, and they're all UEFA licensed. To be able to develop players in a professional environment, we have only the highest ranked UEFA licensed coach. And most of them are coming directly from Europe with experience in the professional clubs, leagues, as coach, but also as players. Number 5, we are a professional competition program. So we design individualized competition with regional, national, and international games, specifically chosen by our technical director and monitored by the headquarters in Paris. Number 6, our exposure and professional opportunities. This is probably the most unique highlights, as we belong to a powerful network providing many professional and collegiate opportunities in the US, but also in Europe. Our mission is to place the most advanced player to the top-ranked universities, professional clubs, also in the US and in Europe. And last but not least, our exceptional bonding and cultural experiences. We are located in Miami, which is already an international location. It's the Sunshine State, so our student athletes are able to train year-round. We have plenty of activities in the area for our residents to enjoy, and of course, a very diverse campus with students coming from all over the world. To conclude those highlights, if you had to remember one thing about Paris Saint-Germain Pro Residency, it is that our student athletes do not make any compromises between their passion for football and their academic education. They receive the excellency of both worlds. On one hand, the excellency of the European football methodology paired with the excellency of the American academics. So here I wanted to give you a sneak peek at what our campus look like, the PSG campus. You will reside in the boarding school at Northbird, but you will commute every day from your boarding residence to the PSG campus in order to reach the next level of football, of course. You will receive daily support from our top-ranked UEFA coaching staff, who will take you to your maximum performance the fastest way possible. So here on the pictures, you can see the fields, the rooms, the locker rooms, the gym, part of the gym, a few of the conference room to get your video analysis classes. For those, so let's take a step back. For those who are not familiar with what is a football academy, I wanted to give you a little explanation and briefly explain the concept. In Europe, in the football professional world, to be able to become a pro player, you have to go through a professional football academy where football becomes your life 24/7. There are as many academies as professional clubs in each European countries, which is not a lot. So the capacity is very limited. And the level expected to get in is very high, almost unreachable for an international player. So here we have the world's first international PSG Pro Academy in the US, replicating the concept of a PSG training center. The goal at our academy is to create smart players who are able to understand the game and have an outstanding vision of the game also. Our coaches build training sessions designed to mimic the same situations that the player would find in a real game. All of our games, training, and sessions integrate the 5 performance structures in football, which are mental, cognitive, technical, understanding of the game, and physical. Our training situations are designed to be very similar to the competitive reality, where the players will be able to interpret and find the best solution is in each game solution. They become better and able to understand the game and analyze every situation during the game. Of course, all of our Paris Saint-Germain Academy coaches, as I mentioned earlier, have UEFA coaching license, which is the highest possible football coaching license in Europe. They also have years of experience in professional football. So the players of the academy can maximize their learning from the knowledge and experience of their coaches. During the season, PSG Academy coaches are able to evaluate and assess each player individually, They prepare individual plans for each of the players based on their quality and needs in each area of performance. It is also very important to note that the technical director from the PSG headquarters in Paris visits the training center regularly to supervise and coordinate the programs with all of our coaches. And they are also able to assess the players in order to follow up their development. Our players receive the same program and coaching points as the players who are part of the Profesyonel Academy in Paris. By that, I mean players who are in 2 or 3 years able to play in the first team. One of our strengths at PSG Academy Pro Residency is that we have chosen the best competition for the development of our players, and the competition that will give more opportunities to be exposed to scouts and coaches. We are fully immersed in the path to pro American competitive landscape, offering players with exposure to the professional ranks in the US, like MLS or USL. Our players compete in regional, national, and international leagues and tournaments, and amongst those, we also offer players the opportunity to have a unique experience in Europe. Long trip to Paris for training and competition called the Paris Saint-Germain Pro Immersive Experience. So in these trips, players will be able to, 1, be exposed to the highest level of youth football competition with the top level European clubs. 2, train and compete against PSG Academy Pro Paris teams. 3, they will be able to get the Paris Saint-Germain experience, training and clinics with the PSG staff on site in Paris. And finally, they will be able to measure the development and compare against youth European teams. So now moving on the academics, which is a very, very big pillar of our program and our educational portion of the program. We have partnered with the most prestigious boarding school in Florida called North Broward Preparatory School. And it's located about 20-25 minutes to our training center, the PSG Stadium. The campus offers completely college-style life, basically. North Broward Preparatory School is part of North Anglia Education, and it's leader in the education throughout the US. We're very, very proud to provide our student athletes with a great opportunity to receive this highly enriching academic experience. Our student athletes have a wide range of accredited course options available to them in that school. They will be able to participate if they have English as a second language courses. Kids will be able also to choose their path for college prep, honors course, AP, and IB. Maybe those concepts sound very unfamiliar for you by now, but in the US, they are the main courses for middle and high school education. It's also important to note that North Broward has a tough admission process normally because they're a top school with high academic standards, but our student athletes are given extra consideration through our partnerships, of course. Now, moving on to the living and boarding situation, our international students, get the experience of a typical American college-style experience at North Broward Prep School. You can see here there are, the new dorms, which I believe were renovated 2 or 3 years ago. They're completely, almost brand new. And believe me, they are spectacular. International students are living on campus, and they have weekend activities that they can enjoy. They also have several amenities in the dorms, like laundries, medical clinic, games room, lounge area, study rooms. And importantly for the parents, it's important to know that there's adult supervision on site 24/7. To conclude this presentation of the official Paris Saint-Germain Academy Pro Residency, I wanted to explain the opportunities of our residents by enrolling, because we are preparing you to be successful in all aspects, on and off the field. After the PSG Academy residency, our student athletes are ready to play and study anywhere in the world because of the methodology that they have received in the field and the excellent education that they also received in the classroom. One, our primary focus will be to create profiles that college coaches are looking for, of course, but also professional coaches. With our football coaches and advisors, as well as college advisors, our players are guided every step of the way, and they're ready for the next step in their football career. Two, our players are exposed to the Paris Saint-Germain in France with several encounters and exposures opportunities during the year with PSG. And three, our world-class global networks allows us to actually have exchanges, tryouts, and a clear path to the professional leagues from all over the world with prestigious institutions, clubs, and organizations in all countries of Europe, in France, but not only, in Italy, in Spain, in the UK, in Germany, in Belgium. So there are opportunities everywhere in Europe, not only in the first leagues, but also in the professional second leagues and third leagues. So I'm finished with the PSG. I'm going to look if you have questions in the chat. I see that it's a little break because then I will move to another. Maybe you can help me with the questions because I see some of them are written in Turkish.
Yes, in the questions box we have quite a few questions. If you want, I can read them to you.
Sure, go ahead.
Okay, so the first question is from Hülya, and she's asking, how is education durations? Is it long-term or short-term?
So with PSG, we do two kinds of program. The main program, because again, we're developing future college students. So, you know, it's based on a 1 year basis. The education starts in mid-August and it ends in mid-June. That's a full academic year. But we also can do a semester for people who want to have a glimpse, you know, before maybe committing a little bit more. Or, you know, we can do a semester basically. So half of the year. We will not this year because of the pandemic situation. We decided to postpone the summer camps to next season, but you know, we will kick off also our summer camps, boarding summer camps for international players in July and August 2022.
Thank you. The second question is, do students need to have football training already? Can they attend as a beginner?
So it will be very difficult to be recruited as a beginner, like someone who has never ever played football. However, we take intermediate level to elite, and we will assess and actually screen all applications. So the level should not be an issue because we believe that in a few years with us, you know, in a few seasons with us, you can reach your maximum performance very fast and to be actually appealing for the university scouts, maybe not the professional world, but the university scouts definitely. So we will have to assess you. You will have to go through the application process that actually includes, right now with COVID, an interview with the technical director and a few highlights video. And if you don't have video, we will be able to walk you through either making some or discussing about your past in football.
Thank you for your answer. How is the school connected to the Paris Saint-Germain Academy USA campus?
So we work, it's officially supervised, and the initiatives is actually from Paris Saint-Germain headquarters in Paris. So we are their US-based training center. So we are replicating the Paris Saint-Germain training center from France in the US. We're helping them recruit players, train players, raise awareness. We are working under the supervision on a daily basis and completely officially. That's why every year, you know, our players are monitored. They're screened from the technical director and from the headquarters in Paris, and that's also why we travel to the headquarters in Paris where the pro teams is for competition, experience, and also assessment.
Yes, thank you very much. The next question is, do you offer programs on your own campus or another university or high school campus?
We only offer our programs in our campus through academically North Broward Preparatory School and sports-wise, you know, on our campus in Florida.
Yes.
Sorry. I just want to mention there will be only one pro-residency academy in the American continent, basically. So there's one in Europe with Paris, of course. In the American continent, there will be one academy, and that's the one I'm presenting to you. And we are opening also very, very soon an academy in Africa, just so you know.
That's fantastic news. Is there any scholarship opportunity?
For now, we don't. We are just beginning, and we're not offering scholarships per se. It will come eventually. But what we can do is working with the most advanced player. Definitely, it's based on talent. And for now, for the last 3 years, we gave one promotion, and we're working with sponsorship actually. So some of our partners, world-class partners, football players, foundations, for example, professional players foundations or clubs or leagues or institutions, they are the ones sponsorizing talent and sponsorizing one kid. We have one player right now who is sponsored and who is that the Paris Saint-Germain headquarters in Paris is actively looking at actually to hire in the future.
Okay, can students take academic lessons besides football training?
I'm sorry, I'm going to have you repeat because I haven't heard correctly.
Can students take academic lessons besides football training?
Academic results?
Lessons, like
lessons?
Academic classes.
Oh, yeah. I mean, they are enrolled in an accredited academic program that will lead them to their high school degree, basically, and that will lead them to their SAT, ACT to get into college in the US. And it is actually mandatory. I mean, they will follow every morning. They will engage in the school, go to class, and they will train every afternoon at the campus, at the football campus.
Mm-hmm. So it's not like just all football. There are academic sides too.
Exactly, it's all inclusive. Academics and football go, they're paired.
Okay, perfect. Next question. Do you give a certificate after completing program? Do they need to pass exams for it?
Yes, I mean, they will have, academically, they will have all the accredited certification and credits for their studies, in middle and high school. They will also have their SAT and ACT diplomas and grades. And in sports-wise, they will receive a certification for every year that they participate with us. And they will actually, more than a certificate or additionally to a certificate, they will be able to build their video highlights with exclusive and intense competition programs so that they can be very appealing for the scouters in the university or in pro clubs.
Okay. Is your certificate would be useful if I were to be getting a sports scholarship to an USA university?
More than that, what we are building with the students is that on site we work with our own college counselor office advisors, and they are building your curriculum. They're building the curriculum of every resident, every student, to make an outstanding curriculum to be actually eligible for scholarship, but not only do we aim at scholarship with the program, we aim at your college of choice. You will be able to build your curriculum so that any top-ranked university will be actually attracted to your curriculum, and you will be appealing as an applicant for the top-ranked university, scholarship or no scholarship.
Yes, we have another question about scholarships, but he's asking what are the terms for scholarship? We already answered that you don't give scholarships, but still.
No, we don't. We don't. We will assess every applicant, and we will facilitate the payment with every family. So basically, everything is individualized. So we will also make a individualized payment plan, when needed. But for the next years to come, we will not talk about scholarship. We're not having a scholarship program for now.
All right. So what makes Paris Saint-Germain Academy Pro different from other boarding programs?
But mostly the reasons that I just told you. One, the relationship with PSG, headquarters in Paris, the supervising, the assessment, the experience. Two, the top level competition. They will compete again regionally, nationally, everywhere in the US and internationally in Europe, in Paris, but not only in Paris. They will engage in the most elite competition in the US to level up their game and get the exposure. Three, the quality of the coaching staff we have. They are among the top ranked coaching staff in the US, most of all coming from Europe with the highest certification. And last but not least, the unrivaled academic. Again, we're working, our student athletes are enrolled in Florida's #1 boarding school. And the academic in the US, the excellency of the academic in the US show that, it is unrivaled. It is a huge opportunity in life.
Okay, next question is regarding to Paris trip requires additional price or included school pricing?
I'm sorry, could you repeat, please?
Is Paris trip required additional price or included school pricing?
All of our pricing are completely all-inclusive. So in our pricing, we include the academic, the room and board, so your room and your meals, all of your meals. It includes the trip to Paris. It includes your training, of course, local competition, transfers to the field, transfers to the competition. It includes your health insurance, even a Mac laptop for your studies, and all of the leisures and activities on the weekend and some field trips also. It's all inclusive. You don't have to pay anything else when you register with us. No surprise.
Okay, so Kerem is asking, I used to play amateur soccer in Turkey until the pandemic started, and I have no recorded video. What stats do you need?
So if you don't, it's not such a big issue. If you can, talk with the technical director and prove your record, explain where you competed, so you can have a good understanding of, where you come from in terms of football. What is your experience in football. He can give you some tips to make one, normally a highlight video is done with a few highlights of competition. So for example, if you're a striker, a few goals, if you're a keeper, a few, shoot that you block, if you're a defender, a few, movements that you have put in place. We know that with the pandemic, competition has been very, very difficult to maintain. So we know that even the games have not been easy to do. So it's not such a big issue. You can also work on having a few ball control, dribble. There's a few technical aspects that we can see. We can see actually your control of the ball and many other aspects, your shoots and your stop kicks and very much. And if you don't have that, or you don't have the opportunities, you will go through the interview with the technical director and you will walk you through. So it's not such a big issue. We have had to adapt because of the pandemic. Normally we do tryout events, so we showcase, we travel everywhere in the world, and we actually see the players and give acceptance or rejection, with the tryouts. But with the pandemic, we understand that it's very complicated for everyone to travel or to participate to those events, so we do everything online.
Okay. Does the school offer extra activities the students can be part of? Are the activities included in the fees?
Yeah, activities are included in the fees. Everything.
Do you offer day program without boarding? Sorry if I missed.
We do offer a day program without boarding for people who have families in Florida, or people who want to move to Florida. We have some people, mostly American, that lived, I don't know, in Kansas or Arizona, and they're actually moving to Florida to participate in the program. And we also have an only football program. So student athletes can choose their college, their high school of choice, and they join us only for the training. So they will be involved only in the football side.
Okay, what score we need to get on SAT?
But the SAT, you will do it with us. I mean, when we will not be very regarding, as I was saying earlier. Normally, Northward Prep is recruiting only top grade GPA students, but they have a very careful consideration with our players, the one that we actually recruit and push to that program. So we will really, really assess every application. Of course, if you don't speak any word of English, it's going to be challenging. If you speak limited English, you can get into a program that is English as a second language, and you will be able to actually be successful. But we highly recommend you to have the basics of English when you start. It will make your life easier, and it will maximize your success at school. If you're failing at school very much, it will be difficult for you to follow an international excellence program, of course. But if you're an average player, an average student, and a talented player, your chances are very high to be enrolled in that program.
Okay, so we have a few questions too, but if you want, you can continue on your presentation and get back to questions after that.
Yes, of course, I will continue. So just a little break. It's not really a break. Let's cross the Atlantic now and travel to Europe, because we have another center in Europe and I really want you to know everything about it. So that program is called International Center of European Football. And before I talk a lot, I would like to present you another cool video to get you in the mood of the center. So let me share the video with you.
You were born with talent, raised with passion, and trained to strengthen football skills. You're at ICEF because you have a dream. We provide you the drive to push your limits, the discipline to train like a pro, the vision to play smarter, the key to become a champion, and the spark you need to become unstoppable. Talented today, unstoppable tomorrow. International Center of European Football.
Okay, let me show the presentation again, and I'll move forward. Okay. So the ICEF, the International Center of European Football. The ICEF is a very special program. I like to say that it's the most unique program in the world. It's a football academy where you can enroll from anywhere in the world, and you can play football at the highest level of competition and training in Europe. And if your performance is actually outstanding, you can even compete in the official leagues in France. And of course, you can pursue your academic education with us. It's basically a dream come true for any football player. As a summit, we can easily say that PSG Academy Pro Residency is made to develop mostly outstanding college players, And the ICF is designed to kickstart our players' career into to pro clubs. Okay, let's go very briefly over the program highlights. So this program is only for boys for now, from middle school, high school, but also undergraduate and graduate degrees. So bachelor's degrees, master's degrees. Players coming from all over the world. So we recruit from 12 years old to 23 years old. Okay, and also just like in PSG, they will, our players are involved in more than 25 hours of football related activities, and most of the time more than that. It's basically a football sanctuary where football is everywhere. When you're not training, you're talking about football, or you're watching games, classic games or current games, Champions League. It's designed really to build your football culture. So what makes ICEF, the International Center of European Football, unique? Number one, we are 100% for international players. We welcome players from anywhere in the world, and we recruit internationally only. Number two, we have a professional club attached to the academy, and that is really something that does not exist anywhere else. Our international players interact with the club on a daily basis for training, but also for competition. The club opens up a huge range of opportunities for our international players. Number three, of course, we have the highest ranked UEFA and FFF certified technical staff. Number four, our student athletes compete in official competition in Europe. It means that for the most advanced players, they will play in the official French league when they turn 18. Today, our club plays at the National 2 League in France, which is right before the pro leagues. And we have big hope and investment, and we're putting a lot of effort to go back to the pro leagues in a few years. Number five, our main goal is to offer our players professional placement through our network as well as our competition program. Our players receive the exposure necessary to play professionally in the future and kickstart their professional career. Six, our individualized academic programs. We have options from middle school to high school to college and university with a wide range of accredited academic programs available to fit all individual needs. It's important to note that there is no need to speak any word of French to reside and to play at the ICEF, and no need to be fluent in English neither. We have several students, maybe not many, but several students who have started an intensive English course at the beginning of their programs because they didn't speak any word of English when they arrived. And last but not least, seventh, our exceptional boarding and cultural experience. Our players, not only do they get the experience, the excellence on the field, but also they experience the immersion in a professional football culture and in the French European culture also. Our coaching staff is made up of group of experts with UEFA and FFF, the French Federation of Football coaching qualifications, helping our player reach their higher level. The UEFA and FFF methodologies are focused on teaching players to understand the game. We develop the intelligence of the players for them to be able to make the best decision in all game situations. The excellence of the European football method is proven during decades with the highest ranking of technical staff, the highest level of in the world, and decades of outstanding results. For those of you who maybe don't know, the French national team is current World Cup champion. So, it proves to, the excellency of the methods developed for the last few decades. Our football program includes all factors areas of development. First, the individual focus. We evaluate and assess each player individually and prepare individual plans for each player based on their quality, but also their weaknesses in each area of performance. Second, the technical setup and position-specific training. We prepare the players so that they can master all the performance factor in football. We want them to be able to play in their position, understanding the collective game, and making the best decisions in each situation of the game. Third, the custom competition. We choose the most suitable competitions for the development of the players and those that will have more opportunities to be exposed to scouts and coaches. Fourth, the technical skills exercise. We plan professional sessions for the development of the players at the technical and tactical levels. And finally, the video analysis, very important because we record all of our sessions and games to have theoretical sessions with the players to analyze their performance. We also analyze professional teams' game model and tactical systems with the players. In order for a player to become a pro, basically, they need a professional environment that is offered at ICF. We have high qualified and experienced staff, of course, European methodology that guarantees the success of players' development. And we promote also, we think that injury prevention routines and recovery therapies are especially important for players to have a great performance in practices and competitions. We want to teach players the importance of what we call the invisible, which includes nutrition, rest, hygiene, and recovery. In our training center, we have, the full gym for cardio, strength, and recovery, spa for recovery and relaxation, medical staff with physical therapists, top-of-the-line amenities, and natural and heated turf fields. Moving to the competition, our players participate in a minimum of 20 competitive games against teams like AS Monaco, FC Lyon, Paris Saint-Germain, and so on. They will compete at the highest level in elite competition program. They also compete in a minimum of 3 national and international tournaments per season to receive the maximum exposure. The most advanced player also has the opportunity to integrate the teams of our club, like I mentioned earlier, Tonon, Evian, Grand Genève FC, to play at the highest level of the FFF national competition. Our training center is located at the crossroads of all major European teams. It's located in France, about 40 to 50 minutes drive from Geneva International Airport. The closest big city actually is Geneva in Switzerland. And our student athletes benefit from our partnership with world-class football clubs, organizations, institutions, and leagues such as Paris Saint-Germain, Monaco Sports Academy, Olympique Lyonnais, the West Asian Federation of Football, and about 50 world-class of them. We guarantee our players to receive the maximum exposure to the coaches and scouts of the most important clubs in Europe. Beyond football, we prepare students off the field for success too. So in the eventuality that they don't become professional in the football industry as players, they can still live out of their passion as sports managers, marketers, football coaches, and many more options. In middle school, high school, we partner with different US middle school, high school programs like University of Texas High School and American High School. We also offer the Cambridge International Education Program. Our students follow the academic program online and receive guidance from on-site teachers within the real-life academic environment at a private school close to our center. They go to ICF designated classroom to follow the academic program and receive all the necessary support for success. For these students too, they are able to prepare for the SAT and ACT as well as the TOEFL and DELF if they want to join at some point a US university in the future. For the college players and students, we offer accredited program in English through Webster University Geneva and Geneva Business School. Most of our students choose sports management, of course, but there's a myriad of options with those institutions. To conclude this presentation, we'll simply say that either for a week or for a full year, our student athletes at ICF have the time of their life, basically. They live like pros, they make friends for life, they learn from the best coaches and staff, they compete at the highest level, they participate in a multitude of activities in the weekend and engage in a rich cultural experience. Everything is balanced in the football, it's in this football sanctuary with time for classes, meal, football, rest, time for friends, excursions. And I would like to do a quick point on the current safety measures due to COVID-19. With the safety of our student athlete being our biggest concern, of course, we are following specific protocols established by the French government to ensure the safety of and the well-being of our team and residents. Parents have trusted us this season, and we're lucky enough to have opened the season with almost no impact on our residency rate. Our parents feel very secure about our location and healthy lifestyles. We are very, very fortunate. I am thanking you for your attention during that presentation. I will remain available for any questions. I have included in the chat also all of my direct contact information. So for any questions you may have, inquiries, assessment, if you want to start an application, whatever you need, feel free to connect with me directly. And thank you again for having me with you. I will be more than happy to answer your very last questions.
Yes, thank you very much, Lena, for this great presentation. We have new questions, and I think we can answer those too. Yes, which country in Africa will you open a school?
We will open in Senegal. It's going to be just like in the US and in France, we're going to offer the professional football development and international studies in English in Senegal. It will open in August 2021, actually. It's opening very soon.
Okay, can we stay off campus?
Yes, you have a version as long as it does not affect the training, because depending on weather, we have to move trainings. You know, it's very intense and very professionalized. You know, training can go from 6 a.m. to 10, some games also to 10 p.m. at night. Everything is balanced, so you know they can rest, our resident rest, eat, and you know study for school. But as long as it does not affect the general training and competition program, you can stay off campus. If you're over 18, of course, and if you're under 18 and you live with your parents close to the center, it can be doable also.
Is campus in the city center?
The campus is located in a small city called Evian. You know the water bottle, the water Evian water. It's located in the most privileged and healthy area in Europe, close to the Lake Geneva. It is in the city center. However, it's a small city. The closest big city is Geneva, about 40 minutes drive, and the city center is about 2 minutes drive also. We arrange a lot of transportation from the center to the city center, to the mall, to a lot of activities, so that the resident can have the security at the center, but also the active life outside of the center.
Do you have any collaboration with the Turkish Football Association?
We don't for now, but we are working with a lot of leagues and institutions, and we will develop new partnerships in the future. But we don't work specifically with the Turkish Association for now, but depending on opportunities, we will expand our global network.
Yes, Necati is asking, do you have any Turkish football students or players?
Any official what, sorry?
Any Turkish football students or players?
From Turkey, for now we don't. We don't have residents from Turkey. We have from the Middle East in general. We're very experienced with the Middle East, boys and girls actually from the Middle East. We have been working with Jordan a lot, North Africa, United Emirates. We have experience, but not specifically with Turkey for now. Actually, we're thrilled of the opportunity, and we're hoping, to expand our recruitment to Turkey and to find talent in Turkey to give opportunities to Turkish players.
Okay, thank you for your answer. How much does this program cost?
The program for middle and high school costs 59,000 euros. Sorry, that includes everything again. So room and board, academics in a private boarding school, training, competition, leisures, health insurance, all the transfers possible. So all inclusive is 59,000 euros, and for college students it's 68,000 euros.
All right, our last question is from Ferda, and she is a parent. She's asking, hello, my son's professional experience is limited with the school team. However, he wants to train himself in the technical team or as a scout. Do you have a training for this?
You mean with an intermediate level?
I think yes.
Okay, so if I understand the question correctly, at ICF we recruit basically the best player we're going to screen during the season. So it can go from advanced player to elite. Under certain conditions, we can also have intermediate. We will never take beginners, and players need to justify a minimum of 3 to 4 years of experience, But again, it's also, everything is individualized. It depends on the objective of each player. If his objective is to become a college player, we will be recruiting to an intermediate level. If his objective is to become a professional player, then, and also depending on his age, if he's an intermediate player and he's 11, he has plenty of room to improve and to get to the maximum level. If he has an intermediate level and he's 16, it's too late for him. So we will find a solution for him. We'll guide him into, support him into a path that is sticking to the reality. But we will have to discard a few options. So my point is, regardless of your level, if you're not beginners, you should apply, and we will be able to shape a custom path for your son and for everybody, actually.
All right, thank you very much for this presentation, and we covered all of the questions.
Wonderful. Well, thank you for having me again, and thank you for the opportunity, and good luck to Turkey and to the market. And we all know that the time is difficult. Especially for parents, we are all parents, and thinking about the future of our children is the most important thing in life, of course. But right now is challenging, and we're very thankful to the parents who trust us right now in spite of everything, and we are putting everything in place so that they can be proud of their children performing at the highest level. So thank you so much. Good luck. And again, I remain available at your disposal with my contact information in that chat at any time. It will be my pleasure.
Yes, thank you again. We believe it was a really informative and comprehensive webinar for the attendees. Also, I would like to thank the participants in Turkish as well. Katıldığınız için teşekkür ederiz arkadaşlar. Paris Saint-Germain Akademi Amerika ile ilgili diğer sorularınız için Lena'nın paylaşmış olduğu mail adresinden iletişime geçebilirsiniz. Aynı zamanda sizi 8'deki webinarımıza da davet etmek isteriz. Thank you again, Lena. It was a pleasure to have you in IEFT Talks.
Thank you. Bye-bye.
Thank you. Bye-bye.